Let's practice doing some story problems together. Let's take a look at the first one. Sam had 6 dolls. Then she got 4 more for her birthday. How many dolls does she have now? So remember, when we solve story problems, we want to first think about what we know so then we can use that information to figure out what we don't know. So here is what we know. We know that Sam had 6 dolls. That's how many she started with. Then she got 4 more for her birthday. How many dolls does she have now? So we know she started with 6 and then she got 4 more. And this word more tells me that our number is going to get bigger. And if our number is going to get bigger, then that tells me that this is going to be an addition problem. So let's type that equation. We know she started with 6, then she got 4 more, and now we need to figure out how many she has now. So we're going to do 6 plus 4. And there's a couple ways that we can think about this. We can use the counting on strategy. We can get 6 in our head and we can count up 4 more. So if I think of 6 in my head, I'm going to keep that number in my head and I'm going to count up 4 more. So we have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 6 plus 4 is 10. Let's get rid of that. And let's type back in our text box, 10. So 6 plus 4 is 10, so we can use our counting on strategy to solve this. Or maybe you just knew your 10 buddies. You might have just known that 6 plus 4 is 10 automatically. Maybe you didn't have to use a strategy for that. Or we could also draw a picture to figure this out. So let's say I draw Sam 6 dolls. I'm just going to represent her 6 dolls with dots. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's the 6 that she started with. And now let's add the 4 that she got for her birthday. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we just have to add them all up. So we have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So once again, we kind of used our counting on strategy for this, only now we can visualize it a little better since we drew our picture. So we have 6 plus 4, which is 10. So Sam now has 10 dolls. Good for her. All right, let's look at our next problem. Alex saw 12 birds in a tree. While he ate lunch, some of them flew away. Then there were 7 birds in the tree. How many birds flew away? So again, let's think about what we know. So we know that Alex saw 12 birds. While he ate lunch, some of them flew away. We don't know how many flew away, but we know that some of them flew away. Then there were 7 birds in the tree. How many birds flew away? So let's turn this into an equation. Before I type my equation, though, I'm going to think, is this addition or is this subtraction? So if we started with 12 birds and some of them flew away, that means there's not going to be as many birds left. And also I know that 7 is less than 12. So since our number is getting smaller, that means that this is going to be a subtraction problem. So let's start with our whole, which is 12. 12 is the number we started with, minus but we don't know how many flew away yet. That's what we're trying to figure out. So I'm going to put a blank here. 12 minus some number equals 7, because we know that we started with 12, some of them flew away, and now we have 7. So here's a couple ways that we can think about this. I'm going to start with a picture again. I think this might be the easiest way to solve this. So I'm going to draw the 12 birds. I'm just going to use dots again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, look at that, 6 and 6. Looks like a double stack to me. All right, so there are our 12 birds that we started with. Then some of them flew away. Now there's only 7 birds left in the tree. So I'm going to cross out these birds or these dots until I have 7 left, and then we'll see how many I crossed out. Let's change my color. Let's do blue again. So I'm going to make it so that I have 7 left. So I'm just going to start crossing out until I have 7 left. All right, so here's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And here's 7. So I have 7 left. So this is going to represent the 7 birds that are still in the tree. So that must mean that the ones I crossed out are the ones that flew away. So that means that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 birds flew away. Let's add that to our equation. And let's double check our work. 12 minus 5 equals 7. Now a subtraction problem is really just an addition problem flipped around. So if 5 plus 7 is 12, then we'll know that our answer is correct. Is 5 plus 7 12? Well, let's get 7 in our head and count up 5 more. So we have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 5 plus 7 is 12, which means that our answer should be correct because that was the part that we were missing. Remember, missing part, each subtraction addition equation has 2 parts and a whole. So here's our 2 parts, and here's our whole, our 2 parts that add together to give us our total. So we know that we are correct. So 5 birds flew away while Alex was eating lunch. Those are a couple different strategies that you can use to help you solve subtraction and addition problems.